this is Kenjiro and welcome to another PaintShop Pro video. Today, I want to cover something that's kind of funny and is more FYI of an obscure feature that I discovered recently of PaintShop Pro. I don't know that you would really need to use this since batch processing exists, but I did want to share it with you just so that you're aware and maybe you can share with other of your PSP friends of something called Scriptlets. So the basic idea behind a scriptlet, as it is called, is to create a shortcut from your PaintShop Pro application, copy it, and extend the line of the target to add an ability to run a script. So like I mentioned, batch scripting kind of takes the place of this and other features, but really what this is seemingly useful for is if you just want to be able to take an image and drag it into this shortcut, it'll automatically launch PaintShop Pro and run the script. So let's see what that looks like. So here we see I dragged the image onto this copy of this script. It launches PaintShop Pro, and in this case, I'm using the vintage script, and it automatically applies that effect. And then at this point, you could save or work on the image further however you wanted to. So let's look at what this shortcut modification looks like. So if we were to go to the shortcut and hit Properties, what we'll see is that starting from the left, we have the same path for launching PaintShop Pro. In this case, I'm calling the 64-bit 2020 version. And if we eventually go to the end, where it would normally stop is where you see the exe is, and then that's it. But to convert one of these shortcuts to a scriptlet, all you have to do is add this next little bit of a line where it's /script, comma, and then in quotes, the path to the script that you want to run. So in this case, it's a script that resides in my 2019 folder. But if we keep going, eventually we'll see that it gets to the restricted folder and it's the 12 vintage PSP script. And that's what we saw ran before. And really, that's all there is to it, is just making copies of the shortcuts and adding that slight modification. Now, if we're really trying to think about this from a usability standpoint, and if you had like a script that you knew you use like all the time on like a bunch of images and you just, on a one-off situation, just want to be able to drag it, not have to worry about launching PaintShop Pro and running scripts or whatnot, but you didn't want to have to do that last bit of cleanup of like saving and closing the program. What I ended up doing was creating a copy of that vintage script and then putting it in the trusted folder because the saving activity requires it to be in the trusted folder. And if I were to open up this script, what we'll see is just by adding these two little blocks down here, the file save and the exit, now when we run this scriptlet, it will run the script on the image, but then it'll save and automatically close the application. So it'll be even cleaner in execution. So I've already created the scriptlet for that new script that I created. So if I just take this and drop it on here, what we'll see, PaintShop Pro launches, the script is run on the image is saved, and PaintShop Pro closes. And there's our modified image. If you're interested in learning more about some of the details and the limitations of using scriptlets, you can check the Corel PaintShop Pro scripting guide, and they have a whole section on it. And that's actually how I found it in the first place. So that's it. This is a quick one. I just wanted to throw it out there in case anybody was feeling kind of adventurous about playing with scripts and this sort of seemingly old-time way of doing things. But for some, it may actually be a meaningful workflow for you if you just need to do one-offs but using specific scripts. So that's it for me. As always, if you have any questions or you want to suggest content, feel free to leave a comment. And if you'd like to get notification of new videos, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.